Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our press conference to introduce our new manager, Rafa Benitez. And if we can start off with Vinny O'Connor from Sky Sports, please.
Hi, Rafa.
Hello, good afternoon.
Just to start with, Rafa, what motivated you to take the job as Everton manager?
Obviously, I know about the club, about the tradition, the history, and the ambition of the owners, the fans behind the team. So all these things that I think is for anyone that knows the history of the club is quite easy. I am at home. I want to compete. I want to challenge for whatever you can challenge, and then enough motivation. I think it's a great opportunity, a challenge for me, and I'm really pleased with that.
What reaction have you had personally from Everton and from Liverpool fans? And how did you also feel when a threatening banner appeared? Obviously an incident that Merseyside Police are investigating.
To be fair, the Evertonians around my place, they are quite happy and they were very supportive. Even the Liverpoolians, they were accepting that there is a chance and it's an opportunity for me to come back to the Premier League, to compete for something. So it was quite good. Talking about the banners, we can talk about 1-2 people, you never know. So then I think it's better to think about positive, how a lot of people were encouraging me to do well. I'm happy with that.
Obviously as well, Rafa, it was highlighted that after a Merseyside derby, you referred to Everton as a small club. How do you feel about those comments now, and what pressure, I suppose, does your history put on you in this role as Everton manager?
I said before that it depends on the context. It's a long time ago, you are fighting for your club, and then it's what I will do now. So if you are the manager, you have to defend your club in any context. In this case, I will fight for Everton. I will try to do my best every single game, and I will try to compete against anyone. So I'm really pleased that this club is getting bigger and bigger, and I'm happy with the idea that we can challenge and we can compete, and I will fight for that.
So what is the minimum target for success, Rafa?
We have, in terms of targets, it's always complicated. I think that my approach since I was in Valencia was one game at a time, think about the next game as an opportunity to win, and after see what happened. Obviously, I know how the team finished last year, and we will try to be sure that we can do better. But I can be talking, so you say, talk the talk and walking the walk. So I prefer to walk the walk and see if we can do well, and hopefully everyone will be happy, starting with me. And that means if I am happy, the fans will be very happy too.
And obviously, you're assessing the squad at the moment. When it comes to improving that squad, though, do you have the final say on transfers, and what truth is there in reports you're close to signing Denzel Dumfries, with Koulibaly also potentially a target for yourself?
Yeah, the reality is that when you go to any club, the manager has always an important opinion. You have to work in the context also that you have a director of football, you have the board, you have the financial restrictions, so a lot of things that you have to put together. But I'm quite happy with the commitment of the lads. They are training really well. I think that we can improve things, so that is one point. And if we can bring players, if we can add players, and they are good for us, I think that is the objective. So to be sure that we improve the players that we have good communication between everybody working here, and managing the financial restrictions that you have to manage, but doing that, still be ambitious.
And obviously, you will have seen Jordan Pickford's performance in the Euros. What did you make of them? Have you been able to speak to Jordan? Have you been able to speak to Dominic Calvert-Lewin just now as well?
Yeah, I was trying to be in contact with all the internationals. It was easier in some cases because the time, and others was more complicated, but still in contact with the majority of them. And obviously, Pickford and Calvert-Lewin, yes, I was asking them how they feel. I was following them and supporting them until the last minute, and after the game, obviously, to know what they are thinking about to do. We gave them some days off, and they will stay with the families, and then it's just the normal things with players that I think that they did great. It's a great achievement for for England, for them. Even Calvert-Lewin was playing not too much, but they still to be there and to be part of this group, I think is good for them now, and it will be good for them for the future.
Thanks, Vinny. We'll go to
Thank you.
Alistair McGowan from BBC, please.
Hi, Rafa.
Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to ask you, can you understand why some Everton fans have reservations about you becoming the manager? And what is your message to them?
Yeah, that is football, and football is quite emotional, so everybody will have their own opinions. But the only thing that I can say is that what I said before in some of the questions is just that I will fight for my team like I did in every place that I was working. And then for me, it's a challenge. For me, it's a great opportunity to do well in the Premier League and to show everyone that we can compete, we can do well, and I will be the first one to be there pushing and pushing to be sure that we can get what we want, that is 3 points in any game, or maybe go as far as we can in the cup competitions.
And I just wondered, when you went to Chelsea, there was also some reservations from fans there. Is that something that you will sort of lean on? Is that something that you hold and will give you confidence about building a relationship with the fans?
Yeah, in terms of my approach, I am a professional and very competitive. So then I like to see people enjoying the team, and the best way to do that is winning. I have confidence that we did it before, and I'm sure that we can do it now. So I have very good staff, very good people around. The people that were here, they have been very supportive. So I think that we are creating an atmosphere that will allow us to compete at the maximum level, and I have confidence that we will do well.
Thanks, Alistair. We'll go to Ian
Thank you.
Abrahams from TalkSport.
Hi Rafa, how are you?
Hello, fine, and you?
Good, thank you.
Cheers.
Just to carry that on about the fans' reaction at Chelsea, I mean, you were successful there. You won the Europa League there, despite the fact the fans didn't take to you. Do you worry at all that the fans at Everton or the fans at Liverpool, one or the other, you might ruin your relationship with Liverpool fans, or you might not win over the Everton fans?
To be fair, and I will tell you something that maybe not too many people know, but when I was there in Chelsea, in Coban, we were going to the supermarket, to the restaurants, and the fans were really good. So we didn't have these things that you could see sometimes in the TV. So the majority of the fans, every day, they were fine. I can see in Liverpool, Liverpool is my city. We have very good connections in the red side, in the blue side. And now, obviously, a lot of people in the blue side, they will be pleased if I am successful. So I don't see a big issue. I think that the fans appreciate that we will be here working really hard for the team, for the club, and then if we can do well, nobody will be talking about that, what happened in the past. So I'm thinking about the future. I know that they want me to be successful, and I am sure that we can do it.
You said earlier you could talk the talk, but you want to walk the walk. You're at a club which, with the greatest respect in the world, has been underperforming for the quality of players they've had in the last few years. So how do you anticipate turning that around, and how quickly?
Yeah, it's not easy, the Premier League, for anyone. There are too many teams that are spending big money in the last year. They have very good players in all the majority of the teams, to be fair, and especially the top 10 in this case. Then my idea is just to be sure that the team has confidence. The players that we have already, they feel that they can be stronger if they stick together. And after, try to bring some players to be sure that we can fill the gaps that we have and create a team that now can be competitive, that has to be even more competitive, to be sure that we are better than the last season. So that is just the target, to improve. And how much can we improve is what we have to see, depending on how we train, how we work, and if we have a little bit of luck.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank
We'll
you.
go to Guillaume Balaguer, please.
Hello, Rafa.
Hello, how are you?
You will be judged. Good. You will be judged, I guess, on results. Fans will do that, of course. But I've got the impression by what you're saying that your role will be bigger than just a head coach. Am I right in thinking that part of your job will be to change the culture of the club to make it even, to get closer to that winning club that you won.
Yeah, I will tell you that I have had conversation with some senior players. I'm really pleased because all of them, they are ambitious, but all of them, they realize that something was missing. This something that was missing is what we have to be sure that we find. And for me, it's just the winning mentality that there has to be from the first day until the last day. So normally, if you win trophies, if you compete for something, it's at the end of the season, and it's when you have to be stronger. We have experience doing that, and I am confident that we will do it. And the mentality, the conversation with these senior players has been more or less in this direction. So they want to do well. They are desperate to be sure that we can improve, and in the positive way. So I think it's a very good thing for me that you have these players, that they will carry on, they will continue pushing, and it will be an example for the young players. Hopefully that is what I am expecting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guillaume. We'll go to
Thank you.
David Chisnell, please, from Granada Reports.
Hi, Rafa. I hope you're well.
Hello. You too?
Hello. Just a quick one of the process. Who approached who first then? Did you approach Everton? Did they approach you? How did that happen?
Yeah, modern football is quite complicated because you have too many people around. But when someone knew that I was available, then we started the contacts, and then little by little we were sharing information, communication, interviews, and then it was easy. It was easy for me because obviously I wanted to come back and to have a competitive team. And I think it was not so easy at the beginning because obviously they have to consider a lot of options, but little by little they were convinced that there could be an option to have a manager with experience that could win trophies and could compete. So it's what we were looking for my side and for them side.
When you saw the banners from the fans, was there ever any part of you that just thought, look, it's not worth putting myself under this threat, putting my family under this?
No, for sure not. I was convinced when I decided to say yes, or even when I decided to start talking, I was convinced that it's a great opportunity, and for me, it's this challenge. So it's not something that I am scared. It's the opposite. So it's I want to win. I want to do well, and what means to win? So what I said before, starting with the first game and see what happened, the second one, the third one. So that is to be competitive for me. Is to be ambitious and try to do my best in every single game. So I have. I'm sure that we will do it, and I'm sure that we can do well.
And slightly tongue-in-cheek on this one, but obviously Duncan Ferguson, you've named him as one of your assistants. Were you a bit worried when you first met Duncan, obviously him being such a legend here, and you and your connections with Liverpool?
No, I knew him, obviously, because I was following games around all these years, and especially here. But another thing that I did was to check, to watch some of the goals that he scored, these videos, and after watching him on the pitch, he could play. If we need a striker, maybe still he can play. So, no, he's a legend. He will be an important part of my staff because obviously he knows the players, he knows the club, he knows the fans. So I think he can be an inspiration for a lot of them, and he can be very helpful for me.
Thanks, David. We'll go to James Mountford from Radio Merseyside, please.
Hello, Rafa.
Hello.
Nice to talk to you. You are obviously the first ever Everton manager to have Liverpool on their CV. So what is it about Liverpool, about Merseyside, that has drawn you back and has enabled you to keep a base here all these years?
Yeah, I have a great connection with the city. We were supporting a lot of charities. We have a lot of friends in both sides. So for us, it's just to enjoy the city, to be fair, for my family, everyone. And I'm really pleased and really proud to be here and hopefully to do well. So that's the main motivation. So the connection with the city keeps me happy here. To come back to the Premier League is another great opportunity, and to do with a team that can compete for something is, I think, it will be great.
And specifically on your squad, Rafa, James Rodriguez, how pivotal, how much of a future does he have with you and in the way you want to play?
We really don't talk. I am sure that your friends will be asking me about players, this one, the other one. I think it's important now to talk about the team, the ideas, more than individuals. So everybody has to keep training, do their jobs, and we will continue looking for the best options for improving the team. But we expect don't talk about the individuals, but it's not fair for the other players.
I understand. And just generally speaking, then, in terms of how you would like your Everton team to play, how much work do you think it needs to be done to this current squad?
Yeah, obviously, I would say something that is very simple is to play well. And people will say, what means to play well? I remember there was a debate in Spain about a long time ago to play well if a good tackle or a good header was good, or it was better to play 20 passes. So I think we have to create a team that will be competitive, that has to fight for the shirt from the first minute until the last minute, don't give up. And it doesn't matter the name of the opponent, try to win. That's it. The way to do it, if we have to play on the floor, pass the ball 20 times, we will do it. If we have to do it 5 times, play counter-attack, we will do it. So we have an idea that we need to do the best for winning games and trying to play good football, if it's possible, obviously. But we are not stupid, and we know that the fans, they want to see the team playing well, but winning. It was a tricky question a long time ago to a Spanish coach, and they were asking him if you want to play well and lose or play bad and win. And he made a mistake because he said to play well and lose. The day after, he has to go live in the TV and say, no, what I say is that if we play well, we can win more games. Blah, blah. So the fans, they want to see the team winning and playing well, and we will try to do that.
Okay. Thank you, James.
Cheers.
We'll just take one more in the open section from Jim Conlon, please.
Hello, Rafa. Rafa,
Yeah.
I was just wondering, Rafa, about Seamus Coleman. He's been the captain for Everton for so long and so much Irish connections with Seamus. Have you spoken to Seamus, and will Seamus be the captain of Everton this year?
Since I am here, I have been talking with him so many times. I think he's an inspiration for everyone, a very good professional. And today, 20 minutes before to come here, I was talking with him, so he's very helpful for me, and he can be a key player. Can he be the captain? Yes, why not? Because I said before, he's a great professional, and I like him as a player and as a person. So we will see, obviously, but I'm really happy with that.